Hi everyone, welcome to my channel once again. This here will be the start and part of a new series. I am going over something that's been in the works for over a year now, and this is to do with sacred geometry and the architecture of all world land sites, monuments, temples, buildings, you name it, where it's showing the sacred geometry of our realm and showing you the cosmology of our flat earth realm, which is a technological realm with a technological underworld. What you are seeing on that screen there is an area location in Dubai called the Dubai Islands, and this is near Saudi Arabia. But they are also depicting our flat earth realm and the Mercator map that has many projections. That Mercator map and APM research have the most accurate map and are always perfecting on everything. And as you can see here, that is depicting the underworld, and I am going to get into this in a minute. Hold on. But first, just wanted to go over one of the world's most famous and well-known buildings, the world's tallest building, that is the Burj Khalifa. That is located in Dubai, as you know. And there is a picture at night time. Absolutely incredible, as you can see. And here is an amazing view in more ways than one. And that is at daytime. Absolutely incredible architecture here. Yeah, so obviously I'm pretty sure everyone knows about this, but what most people don't know about is this area I have just shown you, which I am going into in full detail right now. And that is the artificial islands that are basically depicting our realm and the technological underworld. And here we are again. This is the first picture that I was going to get back to and fully explain to you in full depth what this is here and what this is showing. What you are seeing at the top here is the APM research Mercator flat earth map of our realm, and you can see the gates in the north, east, south and west, which are depicted on all ancient mandalas from all cultures, and all mandalas going up to now, in fact. And to the right there you are seeing the Nazca Lines, which are a blueprint for our realm, and APM research go into incredible detail on all these things in their videos and documentaries. So please check out their playlists and also the playlists on my channel. There's loads in there, and that's the fastest way you're gonna basically get this information and process it all, you know. And they decode many ancient texts, the glyphs, petroglyphs, hieroglyphs, geoglyphs, you know, all of these things, just so many things. It's absolutely incredible, you know. It's mind-blowing stuff, it really is. And those two big question marks there, they are there. That's because I have, you know, an idea of what they might be, but, you know, we're not here to do guesswork or theories. All our stuff is like real world data and decodings and figuring stuff out with the highest level of research. So we're not here to do guesswork. But if you were, you know, maybe you probably think they might be colonies outside of what we are in, or something else to do with the technology of our technological realm and the underworld and so on. But yeah, that's another thing that's gonna have to wait, and you know, that may take some time, who knows. But the main thing I want to focus on here is the Mercator map of our realm there that's being depicted in the artificial islands. And also you can see the technological underworld and the luminaries that are the so-called planets in the underworld. And you can see the east and west gate there being depicted. You can see there a formless sun at the east gate and the setting sun at the west gate, and moon there. It looks almost like a crescent moon, almost there too, also at the west gate as they are going to the other side. And you can also see the underworld there, as depicted in and said and told in the Egyptian Book of Gates that you can find. And there are many other things in all cultures talking about this as well, especially in the Book of Enoch, which they separated from the Bible, which is a book about technology. Now, again, I'm sure many of you know about Dendera Temple there in Egypt. Have a look into that. Absolutely incredible stuff. And also, as you can see on the screen there, that is the Mercator map, and you can see the sun rising in the east and setting in the west as it goes across in a line of fire. So it's not a ring of fire. That is the real map of our known section, that is our 7 continents that you are seeing there in that picture, as many of you who are familiar with APM research know by now. And this here in this picture is showing the Dubai artificial islands, and that's what it looks like today, and those at the bottom are actually the early plans. And I have a hunch that the Saudi prince was told by the elites in their club, because it's one club, you know, it's one club, and we're not all in that elitist club, you know, the less than 1% of the pyramid scheming rulers who rule the world, the less than 1% elitist rulers in every country pretty much, you know. I'm sure that all of those central bankers and the Jesuits, monarchs, 33rd degree Masons and so on, all these secret societies, and so I'm sure they probably weren't too happy with their original plans and ideas of this. It reveals too much, doesn't it, of what our realm is, and yeah, I guess they got them to change it. Those were the early plans. Fascinating, absolutely incredible stuff, that, isn't it? Very revealing, but you know, it's too late. Here it is, figured it out. It's there for you all to see. Right there, in plain sight, right in front of your face. Let's continue. And here is a much bigger close-up picture here. You can see here in front of your face, and I'll go into further detail when I get right back to this in a minute. But again, as you can see, our section of our realm, our known section of our continents, not going beyond that. And as you can see, the gates in the east to the west being depicted, and the technological underworld, and you can see the luminaries, all of them down there, that are the so-called planets, and they are basically being projected by the angel cherubim, as we've gone into, and especially APM research, as they discovered this and have gone over in their videos and explained the workings of the technological underworld and the entire realm. Yeah, so these angel cherubim robots are like machines. They are particle accelerators. They project a halo into the sky. They convert antimatter to matter, and they can form matter from the elements and the Earth's atmosphere. It's absolutely incredible stuff, people. It's absolutely mind-blowing. You really need to look into this stuff. But yeah, all the elitists, all the powers that be, they all know this, and all of them at the Vatican, they all know this. Yeah, so please look into this. You'll find everything you need to know in the playlists. And here, as you can see on the screen, is a clip from APM research and their incredible work. Absolutely outstanding stuff, and this is just showing you a highlight of some of their videos here, as you're seeing throughout this video. And this is of the underworld, the technological underworld, the Egyptians show you and describe and talk of, and all many ancient cultures talk of. And again, even the Book of Enoch, which is a book about technology, which was separated from the Bible, and they try to hide all of this from you. And here again is the Nazca Lines that they've been mapping out, which is the blueprint for our realm, one of the glyphs there. Absolutely incredible stuff. It is all technology beneath us. So, you know, these beings, these advanced beings that people call gods, or advanced beings, aliens, you know, as the mainstream likes to call them, you know, highly advanced. very highly advanced. Look here again, look at this, look at the pattern here, the sine wave, the wavelength, showing you where the luminaries, the sun and moon and so on, travel across our known continents, east to west, from the east gates to the west gates. And you are seeing the electromagnetic frequencies and the pattern there. And again, the line of fire has it. Yeah, it's not the ring of fire, it's a line of fire, and that's the actual map of our realm there. And again, more with the underworld, and the technological underworld, and the solar boat. Many of you know about this. Many of you have done your research on this, you know about this. And yeah, it's all technology. It's absolutely incredible. All cultures knew this. There you go. Sumerians there, Enki and Enlil, huh? Yeah. All these cultures, they all knew about this. Absolutely mind-blowing stuff, people. And this is what they've been hiding from us all. So, as has been gone into and exposed and revealed for all to see, as you can see on the left, that is the incorrect map. That is a globe Mercator map with the fantasy illusion of Russia being next to Alaska, which has been fully exposed, as I'll go further into, and many of you know by now already that what you're seeing on the right is our reality, and that is not the ring of fire, it is the line of fire. And that is again the APM research Mercator flat earth map, as you can see on the right there. So we're about to go more further into this. Hold on. What you are seeing on the screen here is the APM research Mercator flat earth map and the model, and as you can see, there are the gates in the east, west, north and south as depicted in all ancient cultures, and that is the sun going across, just showing you how the sun would go across without the electromagnetic fields, which is east to west compression zones and north to south expansion zones. And this is electromagnetic trapping of our sun and moon and the other luminaries as they come from the gates. And that is the gates in the east here, as you are seeing. Absolutely amazing stuff here. Absolutely incredible. So there you go. Just a little demonstration for you there. And here on the screen, you are seeing a sped up version of the seasons and the sun in each season coming out of the gates, each gate in the east for all the 12 months of the year. And that is the true analema. If you are standing in the east looking towards the east gates, that's what you would see as you are seeing all the zodiacs there. Absolutely incredible stuff. Again, that's the 12 gates in the east, and there are gates, as you know, in the west, north and south also. And here is somewhere in Antarctica, down in the south, at the bottom of Australia, going down in a line straight down from Russia, and you can see the sun and moon in their formless states of energy before they enter the electromagnetic trapping area, which is the area where our continents are, as it goes across our continents east to west, and it is caught in an electromagnetic trapping basically, and that forms its spherical shape, the sun and moon, as they're going across. And you saw in that clip just there, you saw the halo projections in the sky and the nodes, which many of the nodes are showing, and the sun travels in epicycles on its halo east to west as it's being projected, going across our sky from east to west from the gates, which are depicted in all ancient mandalas and mandalas of all cultures. Again, even many of these tarot cards show this, and they depict the gates and towers, antennas, whatnot, many different forms of gates, which also are known as portals. So as you can see, comes from the gates in the east, travels across our continents. The front gates has a shorter distance to travel. The rear gates, which is a farther gate back, longer distance to travel. So you understand again with the seasons, you know, with summer, autumn, winter, spring, and so on. So absolutely incredible stuff, people. Amazing. So again, on the screen here, as you can see, that is the line of fire, not the ring of fire, and you are seeing the map on the screen. And yes, there are many projections of the Mercator map, and APM research have been perfecting that. And yeah, as you can see, there you have it. Very straightforward, and funny enough, it also is the cause and effect of our earthquakes and those cycles. And this is observable, measurable, testable, repeatable, empirical, demonstratable, practical science with cause and effect, showing that very reality. Thank you. So, as you can see, it's more possible than we thought to predict earthquakes, which is absolutely mind-blowing. So again, this is to do with the sun's driver, as well as the moon and the other luminaries, the mechanisms of the technology in the underworld. And as the sun travels east to west across our known continents, from the east to west gates. And this is the cause and effect for earthquakes and earthquake activity. And you can see the patterns there. These earthquake patterns are repeatable, and many people who've known somewhat about this over the years, not to this level, not to this degree like you're seeing here, and this kind of detail, but many people saw earthquakes and felt earthquakes, and they didn't turn up on the USGS earthquake monitor websites, you know, and you know, now we know why, because this is what they are hiding. This is what it is. And here is a more close-up picture of the earliest picture in this video on the screen, with everything I've just explained pretty much, with the east and west gates and the underworld, the technological underworld, as you can see. So yeah, just pause the screen and have a look. So, as you are seeing in the picture here and in those incredible video clips you just saw, the east to west compression zones and the north to south expansion zones that compress and expand, and they form the formless sun and moon into their spherical shape as they enter into the electromagnetic fields. So as I explained, electromagnetic trapping as they come out of the gates towards our continents, our known continents that is, going across. As they travel across from the east to west gates. And here is something I've gone over in all of my videos, and more information has just come out on this, and it keeps growing and growing all across our realm and our known continents, and even discoveries of other land masses beyond and possible continents, because some of them are very large. As you can see here, this is from my 5th video, video number 5, which also goes into a lot of detail on all of these things and so much more, linking to my other videos that cover a lot of mainly other things to do with travel and transport and so on, and the part of the real routes and paths they are taking. We'll go into that in a bit. But as you can see, Russia and Alaska are thousands of miles apart. They are completely on opposite sides of the world. The gap you are seeing there is just demonstrating that distance. Both have over 4 hours of daylight between them for 8 months of the year. So that distance is representing the daylight, not that the continents actually look like that, but that's the gap in daylight to nighttime between the little Diomede that's supposed to be next to Alaska, as we know it is there, and big Diomede that's supposed to be next to Russia, but that is not Russia there. That's another landmass. It's a continent landmass known as Terra Isonis Incognita, which we go into further detail on, and in my last video I go into more detail, and even more in my 3rd video, But again, for 4 months of the year, and that's the winter months, it's over 3 hours difference in daylight between sunset and nighttime and so on. As you can see, yeah, it's just absolutely, yeah, destroys the globe and the AE map. It's over for both of them. And yeah, there's also the over 20 hours difference in time there. Yeah, both Russia and Alaska are completely on opposite sides of the world. The map you see at the bottom there, as many of you know, billions of people have that map in their house. It's the Mercator map. That's the reality. And yeah, there's many different projections of the Mercator map with different sizes and continents and all of that. Yes, we know that. All these things are being perfected. Also, you know, another absolute killer one is the Midnight Sun, where you have 24 hours of sun light in June. If you look on Little Diomede, that's next to Alaska, it has 4 days of 24 hours of sun. And Big Diomede, that's supposed to be next to Russia, has 7 days, which is a whole week of 24 hours of sunlight. So this absolutely debunks the globe and the AE flat earth map. It's over for them. That's game over. We know what the reality is, so let's move on. So please research this further and look into all of our videos and our playlists, where we go into so much more on all of these things. Thank you very much. Just here for you on the screen, showing you the reality. The Mercator map, as you can see in the bottom, that's the reality. Both Russia and Alaska are complete opposite sides of the world, as you can see there. The map at the top on the left is the Mercator flat earth map, and the map on the right at the top there is the fake fantasy globe Mercator map, which is what the AE flat earth map, which is the most popular flat earth map, but it's wrong. And it's basically a north top view version of a globe, basically stretched out in the south. Basically, that's what it is. So yeah, the correct map is the Mercator flat earth map. And that map you're seeing in the top right there is a falsity and not reality. Thank you. As you can see in the picture here, this is about the hidden flights in the north. And these are highlights which I'm highlighting here from many of, you know, APM researchers' incredible documentaries and work, and my videos and my further research as well, going into this, into transport, cruise ship routes, shipping routes, sailing, the real flight routes, all of these things. It's all covered, all done to the highest level of research possible. And yeah, this is to do the flight routes, which I cover in my second video. And as you can see, Tahiti is on the west side only, next to Hawaii on the west side, America there, Alaska, Canada. And as you can see, Bora Bora, which is where the French Polynesia is on the east side only, and that's next to Australia, New Zealand and Fuji. Yeah, both are complete opposite sides of the world. Both are separate islands on complete other sides of the world, and airports, both separate airports on completely other sides of the world, as I go into in my second video. And here is just showing you, if you want to, here's a highlight from that, and just pause the screen and read the information on the screen there. And this is just showing you some of that very important information that you'll come across in that video, which proves this without a shadow of a doubt. Absolutely amazing information in all of these videos. We do the utmost and the fullest research to the highest levels. That's what we do. That's what we're all about. Testing all and proving all. And also, as you can see in this picture here, is from my third video, which goes nearly 8 hours. It's over 7 hours. Don't even ask. I never expected it to go that long. It just covers so many things, and you know, our realm, the place we live on, the very waters our continents reside on, it's a massive place. So, you know, I surprised myself in that, you know, I never thought it would be that big and go that long, but it is what it is. And this covers all shipping routes, sailing routes, and cruise ship routes, most importantly. Yeah, so have a look in that video, and there's many more incredible discoveries in that video that will absolutely stun you and make your jaw drop. So yeah, have a look there, please. Thank you. Here on the screen, as you can see, is the APM Research Flat Earth map and the Mercator map, and this is our technological realm. This is our section of what we are confined in, of what we are in. This is not going to the outside of that, which is the ground and floor of the universe, which I'll go into further. As you can see, that's an estimate of the distance from the east to west gate, about over 46,000 miles, as you can see there, and from the west gate to the closest continent on the west side of the world, that's about over 15,000 miles. And you can also see 3,800 plus miles there, nearly 4,000 miles from the main center, from the the west of South America to the center there, where Atlantis used to be, and that's between South America and Africa there. And as you can see in the bottom picture, the gates in the north, east, south and the west, as depicted on all mandalas and talked about in the Egyptians, from the Egyptians to the Book of Enoch and many cultures, and it's depicted in all mandalas of all cultures, as I'm sure many of you know, as you can see here on the screen here. This is absolutely incredible stuff, people, absolutely amazing stuff. And you know, some people, you know, they weren't showing this in their models and their maps, which means, again, you know, a lot of things wrong with those models and those maps. A lot of other ones, like the AE map, it's wrong and it's been proven incorrect, and this is the correct map and model, as you are seeing. And again here, as you are seeing in this picture, this is again depicting our section and lands beyond. This is more kind of depicting more matriarchal times, her story before history, and basically when times are more of a nature and a paradise, the paradise lost. So, you know, possibly again, you know, before the technology is created or so, you know, from these advanced beings. Some say they are giants. Many cultures talk of this and say this, you know. It's massive, you know, it's a massive subject. It's a big thing. It's so much to go over. Those of you who've done your research, you know about this. You know about the expansion cycles and the compression cycles. Things grow larger, things grow smaller. Yeah, many cataclysmic, devastating events and cycles, earth cycles, we all go through and always have gone through and always will go through. And we're in that time period again right now, funny enough. And here, as you can see in the screen in this picture, is showing you real flat earth cosmology at the top there. Flat earth is a realm, and as you saw in that previous picture I was showing you of more matriarchal times, the paradise lost. It's the earth and all lands are created from the primordial and ethereal waters of creation that all land and all earth rises from. And in alchemy it's known as the pneumatic waters and the pneumatic principles. So earth is a realm, and that's like another dimension. Yeah, so what we are in is only our section of the ground and floor of the universe, and that's a technological realm. So no one knows how big outside is. Could be infinite for all we know. There could be hundreds of thousands of continents outside of what we are in, because there's already continents and land being discovered inside of our technological realm section. So as you can see there to the left at the top, that's the most popular flat earth map, the AE map, which is being proven wrong, as the Mercator map is the correct map, and that's the APM research map and model there at the top on the right. What you are seeing at the bottom is the government's fake, ridiculous flat earth society, which is propaganda and lies, and basically a flat globe floating in fantasy outer space, which no flat earther believes in. Yeah, what they call outer space is not what they're telling you. Yeah, there's a barrier up there, and what they call space is only above us. So again, so this is all a propaganda from the mainstream, you know, absolutely ridiculous, flat pizzas, pancake, frisbee discs, absolutely ridiculous. That's just a flat globe. There's no flat earth cosmology to that whatsoever. You know, it's just absolute defamation of all our ancestors and an insult, basically. It's defamation of the flat earth community and our character. And you know, this is just part of the censorship of Google, who owns YouTube, and the mainstream. These are the lies and propaganda and misinformation they put out there to try and make flat earth look ridiculous. So just so you know that. Yeah, and I'm going further into that as I do in all of my videos, as you can see here. And as you can see here on the screen, I won't drag this out too long, as I've gone over this countless times, and I always will in all my videos, just so people know the truth on what things are and what our reality is and what flat earth cosmology really is. And this is from all of our ancestors, and like I said, I go over this in all my videos, so you know, go there. Like in my last one, I spent a lot of time fully explaining this, but just to give you the short of it, that's flat earth cosmology from all our ancestors, depicting the lands that rose out of the primordial and ethereal waters of creation. It's seen as an electromagnetic ethereal universe, and the universe is seen as like a womb, a bubble, like a cosmic egg, as some of you might know, you know. So that's the whole thing. So it's possibly infinite. So, you know, it's like, where's the end? Well, it's like they say the universe has ends, right? Whether you believe it's expanding or not. And that's even in the fantasy fake globe model and universe they give you, the heliocentric lie and deception, you know. So yeah, amazing stuff, as you can see there. So let's continue. So yeah, as you can see, again, one more thing just want to say again, no such thing as a ridiculous edge or anything you fall off or anything like that. Outside of our confinements, possibly infinite. So yeah, let's continue. And here on the screen, I'm sure many of you are already familiar with this if you know all about APM research and have also seen my videos also. And you know, there's still a lot of people who are new to this, so I have to explain it again, so as I will in all my videos, but you know, I'll spend a shorter time doing that. People can go back into my videos and also check APM research, and make sure you check all our playlists. Yeah, that's where you'll get the most out of this. So this is just showing total obliteration and destruction of the fake fantasy globe. It's game over, and showing how the AE map is also incorrect, and it's a north top view version of the globe with south stretched out in all directions. And it's also again depicting other lands beyond, possibly infinite, on the ground and floor of the universe going outwards, as you know, in flat earth cosmology. Those of you know, as I've already explained. And there on the right, you're seeing the true world map and reality of our realm, which is a technological realm, and that's APM research there. It's also showing the blueprint, the Nazca Lines, and many lands beyond down there at the bottom on that as well. And it's the only map that has true north, east, south and west. The globe and the AE map have an imaginary east and west because they are following the path of the luminaries. That's the sun and the moon, and our luminaries, that are the so-called planets and the stars. Yeah, so it's an imaginary east and west for them. Whereas the Mercator map, the reality is east gates to west gates, that the sun and moon and the luminaries, that are the so-called planets, and again the stars travel from that direction. And there's a lot more to the mechanism of the stars as well that's still being figured out and shown. Yep. So again, with that, as you are seeing, it's not geocentric and it's not heliocentric. Earth is not a shape, it's a realm, and this is only our section. Those travel from the gates, which are also known as portals, east to west. Okay, and the gates are also in north and south, but the sun and moon and the luminaries, the so-called planets and the stars, they travel from the east to the west, as you all know by now. Thank you very much. Let's continue here. And once again, that absolutely devastating information and knowledge on the screen there that absolutely destroys the globe and the AE map, the AE flat earth map, once and for all. And yeah, there's no getting past this. It's just game over for them. It's over, it's done. We know what the reality is. And yeah, pause the screen and read that again, let it sink in, and you look for yourself, you research, you look into this, and you know. And as you can see to the right there, that is the APM research map, and again depicting the technological realm we are in. This is our section and our known continents, and again there's more land in here being discovered and so on. And as you can see, the underworld, the technological underworld of our technological realm, the angel cherubim robots, which are particle accelerators, which convert antimatter to matter and convert from the elements and atmosphere into matter again. And as you can see, they do a lot of things, and there's a lot of the towards the incredible, mind-blowing, just beyond anything, technology in the underworld and the mechanisms of all of this. Again, the anti-Caphrim, many of you know about that, the ancient Greek computer clock, or if that's over 2,000 years old, you know, again, that all ties into this. That's all been, you know, APM research. They've done a lot of work with that as well. It's absolutely incredible. It's mind-blowing stuff, people. Again, the gates, as you know, which are portals. Yeah, and the halo, particle accelerators, sigils, so much more. They go into so many things. Too much to list here, basically. Just have a look in the playlists, as I said. It's absolutely incredible stuff in there, and you'll get the most out of it. You'll get a lot. It's just, yeah. So just have a look in all of our playlists, and you'll get the most out of everything and find everything there explained. All the documentaries, all the research, all the decodings, all the findings and discoveries. Absolutely outstanding stuff. And here on the screen, as you can see, is various mandalas from many ancient cultures and even cultures going up to today. And yeah, as I've gone over in my last video, as you can see here, and you know, these all depict the gates, which are portals in the east, west, north and south. Absolutely incredible stuff. So again, any kind of flat earth realm model or map that's not showing or depicting this is incorrect and wrong again, along with everything else that's been revealed here, proving and showing the reality. Absolutely, without a doubt. And here again, just another recap of what we've gone over, showing you, as you can see there, the artificial islands in Dubai, which is a depiction of our realm and the technological underworld. And what you are seeing here in this picture is absolutely incredible archaeology from Paolo Soleri, and these are some of the cities and designs he had for building, basically for the future, free energy and many things. Basically the architecture to do with agriculture and everything that we would be living in. And again, you know, the elitist ruling powers that be, they didn't want this for us. They didn't want it, as always. You know, they want to monetize everything and corporatize everything and create a corporatocracy, as they are doing, and creating a technocracy in a corporate fascist ruling regime over all of us, where they control everything and try to even control everything we do and everything we think. Yeah, they think they're literal gods. That's what these people, these less than 1% think. And yeah, his designs, his architecture never got to see the light of day. I mean, he created some things, but not to the degree that we should be seeing today. An architecture within our cities, towns and communities, you know, it's just, yeah, it's a real shame. I have 2 of his books, absolutely amazing stuff. Paolo Soleri, yeah, so look him up. Please look into his stuff. Also here, have a look. This one was off Pinterest, which is a very good site and app as well that has a lot of incredible stuff, as I'm sure a lot of you know. And yeah, even there, check out archaeology on there. Absolutely incredible designs. All of this stuff generating free energy and just innovation, you know, just limitless innovation. Absolutely incredible. But yeah, his stuff, I believe, if I remember correctly, is like 1960s to 70s. And you see the designs this guy was coming up with. It's just out of this world. It's just like, whoa. You know, well, the realm is technology, so guess influence naturally becomes us, eh? In that way. And more here. And yeah, just search archaeology on any search engine. You should get great results. This is DuckDuckGo, which is one of the best search engines for research when it comes to research, because Google likes to censor and hide everything with their crazy Orwellian, authoritarian, communist algorithm. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but yeah, is what it is, eh? Until we do something about it. But yeah, use any other search engine when researching. Please, people, thank you. This is the future we should be going into. You know, real, you know, advanced, useful technology they've been suppressing and holding back, and agriculture with nature. Yeah, where we're all in control of our own lives and helping each other, and there's a balance. Not the way these guys want it with their horrible, authoritarian, tyrannical, totalitarian, communist agenda 21 to 2030 that they keep changing the names for, telling you you'll own nothing and rent everything and you'll be happy. Nah, that's complete slavery and mind control is what that is. Completely. Meanwhile, they'll live like kings and queens, and they'll be able to own anything they want and live in mansions and yeah, and have a life of luxury. Meanwhile, they think billions of us should own nothing and rent everything. Absolutely incredible, the audacity of these people. You know, it's just unbelievable how evil and sick these people are. These ruling elites, the less than 1%. In every country, they're at the top of their pyramid scheme, and they look like every single one of us. We're one human race, people. Thousands of phenotypes. Yeah? You know, many people know about gene types, but they don't seem to know about phenotypes. There is no races. We're one human race. We come in many varieties, phenotypes. That makes us so diverse, so everything's unique, and everything isn't boring, and we don't all look the same, you know? So, just one last look here at the artificial islands in Dubai, which is a depiction of our technological flat earth realm and the technological underworld, as you can see here. And these were the original plans, and I think the elites cancelled them because they knew, you know, people would figure this out and see this. And, you know, anyone who does their research, any great researcher and truther addict, you know. Yeah, but, you know, it's too late. The cat's out of the bag. As with most things, we are finding out our true reality. This is the age of disclosure, the truther age. Yeah, absolutely amazing stuff here. Look in these pictures. These are more of the more final designs that you are seeing, and you're seeing some of the early construction pictures here. As you are seeing on the screen, amazing stuff. You're even seeing a few other land masses that we don't normally see there in some of those areas, and these are more of the constructions, or maybe more to do with technology outside of what we are in. Who knows? Who knows what these would be representing? You know, sometimes it could just be to do with designs within how they chose to design the rest of this spot. Seeing how this is a technological realm and the underworld and everything and that, and all the symbolism they put here, wouldn't surprise me. You know, how much this has to do with the outside, what they're showing there. And again, our section, as you can see here on the screen, absolutely incredible stuff. And it's amazing, that one there, that seems to be showing a lot of land masses that we are, you know, some of these are come up on the maps and we found them, or even on old maps, and some of these are in places we don't even see on our maps. That is very strange there, isn't it? Yeah, there you go, our 7 known continents, and going even beyond that. Yeah, this is amazing, and it's very strange how they got this, you know, how they do it with the coast there, the landmass, you know, the beach there. It's almost like that would be depicting Antarctica in the south. But obviously they wouldn't focus on the rest up in the north and so on. They do in the 7 continents section, where they're showing like a circle around it though. That's interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, there's just more of that. High altitude pictures and so-called satellites, which are really just satelloons. Pictures from high altitude there, as you can all see. Absolutely outstanding stuff. This is like one of my favorite pictures from here. I mean, in terms of a close-up, great stuff there. Wow, really makes you wonder, doesn't it? And they cancelled these plans. Now you know why. There's another great picture. Look at this. Wow, just amazing, isn't it? Our reality being revealed right before your face. It's always, you know, a lot of these things hidden in plain sight, and yeah, that's too obvious. I think they knew people would figure this out, and I think, you know, they probably had to get, you know, the Saudi prince or whoever, you know, they would have had to get approval from the rest of the powerful rich elites in the less than 1% who rule the world and control our reality and give us this false fake fantasy globe and fantasy outer space nonsense, you know. It's absolutely amazing. Here's one final picture, as you can see on the screen. Wow, this one is amazing. There's so much going on here. You got to wonder what some of the symbolism for some of this stuff is. I'm even looking at some of these and I wonder, you know, they almost look like some kind of antennas, like or even colonies, or yeah, but like I said, that's just guesswork and we're not doing that, and I'm not saying that's what they are, but they do look like they're depicting some kind of generator or technology or something. It's very strange. Who knows? You know, eventually we'll get to that. Eventually, you know. So anyway, with that said, that brings an end to this video. This is just a shorter one, really focused on this area. I'm sure there's, you know, there's many very other interesting buildings, temples, and architecture with incredible sacred geometry within these areas in Saudi Arabia, as there is, and we've found so many. You know, I've researched and I've found so many I've done and pre-made over the last year or so from many countries, and I've been putting that all together. It's been a massive project, and you know, that's what my next videos they'll all be about, be focusing on different countries and all of those things which basically show you sacred geometry and architecture is depicting our realm, the Mercator flat earth map, and our technological realm, like you've seen here, and got that from many countries. There's so many, there's just too many, so I'll focus on one country per video when I do that. Yes, and the next video will be coming sometime soon, so look out for it. And yeah, with that said, I hope you've enjoyed this. Hope this has been enlightening to you, and to all of those of you who've seen the reality and you know now what it is. Yeah, so yeah, it is what it is, and it's just more incredible and mind-blowing than we could have imagined, isn't it? It's like, wow, here we are. Here it is now. Thank you very much. Thank you for your time. Take care, everyone. See you next time. Bye.